Good morning, Persuasive Communication 450. I hope this is good news for you for this week. You only really have one assignment. Yay! I'm not giving you 5 million things to figure out this week. So your one assignment this week is to deliver speech 1. So that might seem to you like, only deliver speech 1? That's a hard assignment. But you won't have a lot of ins and outs trying to navigate the learning check or discussion board or a Turnitin assignment. All you need to do is record your speech, take a look at the speech delivery rubric, which I've now put on Blackboard, and upload it to our YouTube channel. So there are 2 guidelines up this week. One is a reminder on how to actually upload your speech onto YouTube. Please let me know, give me a call or send me an email if you really don't want to use our YouTube channel, but like I said, I think it's going to be the easiest thing to do. I am going to grade your speech directly from the YouTube channel, so you don't have to upload the file anywhere. You literally just have to put it on YouTube into our class channel, which is private to us and can be accessed through our Gmail account, which is right up on our site, and I reminded you again in the link for the course. So all you have to do is get your speech delivery on YouTube and to take a look at the rubric I put up for how you'll be graded on that speech. So let me talk about that for a moment. There's 2 pieces that go into, obviously you've done 4 weeks on one speech, and you know that there are 2 things that go into a speech. One is the written component. So your full outline was really the heavy lifting of the speech. You had to support, you had to provide supporting evidence. You had to really write the whole speech out into 3 body points. You had to think about your introduction. You had to think about your conclusion. You had to support that with research. You had to submit a works cited sheet. So the heavy lifting for that is done at this point. I will be providing you feedback by the end of the day on that full outline, so you will know if I see any holes in your speech before you have to actually deliver it. And then the next piece is obviously the delivery, thinking about being really intentional about what your intro looks like, what you're wearing, how you're presenting yourself, if you're standing, sitting. I'm not actually going to put any restrictions on whether or not you need to be sitting or standing, but I think you need to think about how you're going to best command the subject and how it's going to be best delivered. So I do think that sometimes there's a more commanding presence to you when you're standing and delivering. But remember too, you don't want to be too far away from the camera. You want us to be able to hear you. You don't want distracting things happening in the background, like sometimes my children running past, or a lot of distracting things on the wall. So we want to really just be focusing on you and what you're saying. So keep those things in mind. I've talked to you a little bit about your appearance. You don't need to wear a suit and tie. You don't need to wear formal dress, but you need to think about the fact that you're giving a formal presentation, and you know, if there's any writing on your shirt, we're going to be distracted by that. If you're you know, not presentable from here up, those are things that we'll notice. Also, and it just happened to me, make sure you keep noises to a minimum. So turn off the volume on your phone so we're not hearing phones ringing, and make sure your dogs or your children are someplace where they can stay quiet for the 4 to 7 minutes, and just make sure that we, again, have very little distracting us from what it is that you're saying. And when you're delivering, we want a sense of you actually talking to us and presenting. So sometimes we rely a little too heavily on note cards or a written piece because there's a lot to remember, but we really want to be seeing your eyes. We want you talking directly to us, the camera, and really making it feel as though you are literally delivering the speech to us, almost as though we were having a conversation or debate. So what's important in your delivery is pronunciation, it's eye contact, it's not having too many distracting hand gestures, it's volume, it's what we call pitch, which is the rise and fall of your voice. So those are all things that we're going to be watching for in the delivery. The composition piece at this point, you probably need to fine-tune it a little bit, but you've done a bit of it. We're going to be looking for introduction, 3 or 4 main body parts, That sounds funny. We're not talking about your hands, right? Body parts, so main points in the body of your speech, a good, satisfying conclusion, and that you've supported it by the evidence that you found in your research. So, structurally, that's what we'll be looking for. So I wish you the best of luck this week. Please take a look. I will post comments to your full outlines on the discussion board. I will be catching up on my grading, so you'll see grades for, I'm hoping, the MLA Learning Check, which I know gave people a hard time this week. I did put up instructions in Module 3 about that, so I will be manually grading those. I will also take a look at how you've responded to your peers on the discussion board in our first workshop. So I really will be doing some heavy grading, so make sure that you are able to access my comments. If you're still having trouble, let me know. I will also put phone conferences up for the week so we can chat, even if you just need to sound out some of your delivery thoughts with me before you actually do it. You need to upload your video to YouTube by Monday, next Monday, October 6th, I believe it is, at midnight, okay, and that is your assignment for the week. So, and if there are things that you've fallen behind for in the last couple of weeks, this would be a great chance to catch up. I will be getting in there and really getting a lot of the grading done, so you want to make sure your assignments are there. I continue to appreciate your patience and your feedback. You guys have been a very good class in terms of feedback as we work through things together, so I appreciate that. Find me on All Night Cafe if you need me to answer some questions, and I am thrilled. I cannot wait to hear your arguments because I think they're going to be very good. So please let me know what you need, and have a great week.